Hallo zusammen, zurück bei The Council. Wir gucken mal jetzt hier weiter. Wir waren ja noch nicht ganz fertig mit dieser Episode.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. All right, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Finde heraus, woher das Schwert stammt. Okay.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them. We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Well, in any case, he's got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
I was wondering if you might have seen an object like this here at the manor.
What are you playing at, de Richet?
I'm afraid I can't help you, my son. Ask someone who knows the manor better than I do. One of the servants, for example. One of them is bound to help you.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence. I didn't mean to spy on you, but you caught my attention. Have you brought spears as well, then?
What? Did Mortimer ask you to bring him holy spears too?
Yes, but I thought I was the only one. How many of them have you brought, then?
18 in all. Any relic even remotely to do with them, in fact.
18 spears? How many of them exist in all?
No one knows. Especially as there is only one authentic one, of course. That all adds to the mystery, don't you think?
Well, please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
Na gut, dann gucken wir mal, ob wir hier so einen Diener finden. Da ist einer. Fragen wir den mal gleich, wenn wir hier fertig sind. Nehmen wir uns mal das Buch noch mit. Das nehmen wir uns auch noch mit. Nee, können wir nicht. Na gut. Oh, da ist noch was.
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Could you perhaps help me?
What can I do for you, sir?
Where did this sword come from?
From the garden, sir. That sword belongs to one of the statues in the garden.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it, sir.
Gut, jetzt wissen wir, woher das ist. Was liegt hier?
A ruble.
Ein Rubel. Geht's hier raus in den Garten?
The sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Ah, da steht der Typ wieder.
Golden elixir.
Will der mit uns reden vielleicht?
Well, Monsieur de Richet, what brings you here?
If
I tell you what I'm looking for, Monsieur Peru, will you promise to keep it to yourself?
Hell no. And anybody who gives you a promise like that is an unmitigated liar. Trust no one, Monsieur de Richet, or you'll soon be a dead man. I bid you good luck. You'll need it.
Das war einer. Gut, dann redet der nicht mit uns. Kommt hier das Schwert her vielleicht?
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart. I guide the sword that would kill the monster. If I recall the Iliad, Ariadne is none other than the daughter of Minos and Pasiphae. She was in love with Theseus and helped him in his quest to kill the Minotaur in return for a promise of marriage if he defeated the monster. She gave him a reel of thread so that he could find his way back through the labyrinth, which was famous for being unsolvable. But once the beast was slain, the gallant was quick to abandon her on an island. Turns out heroes are not what they once were. Let's see. What's going to happen if I've got it wrong?
Ging hier nicht genau. Ich gehe da was lang.
Here's the famous Ariadne's thread, thanks to which, if I remember rightly, Theseus avoided getting lost in the labyrinth.
Dann folgen wir mal dem Faden. Okay, ist auf der anderen Seite. Mist. Da ist er wieder.
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there. What is that? Looks like a sort of opening mechanism. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
So, bevor wir das machen. So. Wollen wir es mal probieren? Na, Mist. Jetzt wurde er doch gestorben.
What's wrong? Either I'm imagining things or my hand was pricked. It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it. It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
So, das ist natürlich jetzt blöd, dass wir da jetzt gestochen wurden. Ich höre doch eben noch eine andere Statue. Es sind so viele Statuen.
Here's the famous Ariadne's thread, thanks to which, if I remember rightly, Theseus avoided getting lost in Ariadne. Try something else.
Vielleicht gehört das ja auch in eine ganz andere Statue. Ist noch was zum Mitnehmen? Nee, da geht's nicht lang. Schade, da geht's auch nicht lang.
Icarus. The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity. If I remember rightly, Icarus was the son of Daedalus. He found himself confined to the Labyrinth with his father after his father betrayed Minos. And his father's plan to escape from the Labyrinth wasn't any more successful. Man, that kid was jinxed. I am the innocent one, sacrificed for the sins of the father. Hey, there's no crack here. Well, let's keep going.
Na gut, dann wird der das nicht sein. Da noch mehr Statuen. Da ist noch eine.
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur. Wrongly positioned, I am the blind hero. I wasn't expecting an inscription like that. I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever. In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. I wonder if Mother managed to solve this enigma.
So, da hinten sitzt auch einer. Nee. Och, no. Verlaufen. Wie komme ich denn zu dem hin? Ah, hier hinten wahrscheinlich. Haha.
Daedalus. He's the architect of the Labyrinth, and if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus. I am the architect of my own demise.
Oh, das dürfen wir noch nicht, okay.
Hey, there's a crack in this statue too.
So, haben wir jetzt schon alle Statuen? Nee. Da ist auch eine.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. Minos, son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a crack in that statue. His gesture sealed his fate. The crack is in the region of the heart. It's a thin crack as long as a finger. A blade could easily enter.
Dann probieren wir es mal. Wer jetzt nochmal gepiekst werden, können wir ja nicht. So. Ha! Diesmal nicht piekst. Oha.
Again?
Und plötzlich hat er alle Punkte verloren, oder was?
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
Jawohl. Hat da noch einer Nasenbluten gehabt?
Let's see if you're in there, Mother. Amber.
So, jetzt haben wir wieder alles aufgefüllt.
Bandages? Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there. A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire, a coin often used during the St. Louis era. Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
Mama erkennt ihren eigenen Sohn nicht. Okay. Gut, wir hätten Peru dazu bringen können, uns zu vertrauen. Gut, haben wir nicht geschafft. Okay, Leute, das hat man geschafft. Ich verteile hier noch die Punkte und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis bald. Tschüssi.